Have you ever tried to lose 10 pounds and ended up losing your peace instead? Maybe you start tracking everything, you stop eating out, you skip the birthday cake, you wake up early to work out, and after 2 weeks, you feel powerful. But then, pretty quickly, you're tired, snappy, you're thinking about food all day, and suddenly you're giving up and you're back where you started. Except now you feel like you're the problem and that you can never do this. So today I'm going to be talking about how to lose weight and actually do it in a way that you don't lose yourself and that you feel good. And make sure you stay tuned to the end. I'm going to really sum all this up and give you one question to ask yourself to really filter what you're doing and if it's going to work for you. Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michele, mama 4 and military wife, and I'm passionate about helping women get healthy from the inside out so they can feel better and live their best life. Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight and get in shape? If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably, then you're in the right place. I combine my expertise from my doctorate in physical therapy to my experience as a health coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher to bring you actionable steps for a healthy lifestyle. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. All right, so before I even dive into this episode, I want you guys to think about, I use the term, what it means to actually lose yourself. So we tend to do this when we have those extreme diets and things we can't stick to. So losing yourself doesn't mean you lose weight. It means you stop being patient with yourself. You stop being present. You stop enjoying your meals. You become very rigid. Your mood is dependent on the scale. You're constantly thinking about food and everything about health all day. And this isn't healthy. This is survival mode. And typically, when we get really restrictive, we can only do it for so long. So I'm just going to make up this pretend story that has different pieces from different clients in it. So we'll just say I have this client named Sarah. That's not her real name, but she wanted to lose 15 pounds. She was 48, perimenopause, and she was tired. She had already tried no sugar. She tried 1,200 calories. She tried 5 workouts a week, the 10,000 steps, no eating after 7. She had tried keto. She had tried a juice cleanse, all these different things. And typically she could do them for a couple weeks and she would lose a few pounds, but then it wouldn't last. She would end up exhausted. She couldn't focus at work. She was snapping at her husband and kids, and all she thought about was food constantly. So by about week 3, she would fall off. And when she did, she typically didn't just go back to normal eating. She sort of swung the other way and started to eat more than what she normally would. She would eat more sugar and more sweets. She would think, I just don't have the discipline. This isn't working for me. But here's the truth. It didn't fail because she was weak. It failed because it wasn't built to last. She tried to change everything at once, do something extreme, right? And sometimes that can make it exciting when we're starting something, but she built it the wrong way. So what is the right way? It's not dramatic, it's not extreme, and it's not urgent. So I'm just going to give you some very practical things to think about. So an idea can be picking one anchor habit, not 5 things to start with, just one. So maybe that's protein at breakfast, or maybe it's 3 strength workouts a week, or a 20-minute walk after dinner. But one thing done consistently, usually if someone is really just focusing on one thing, usually within a month, that starts to become a lot easier and just becomes a habit for them. Sometimes it may take like 2 months. But if we try to put like 5 habits on, the consistency is going to be less. Because we want these things to just become a habit, who we are, so we don't have to think about it. Tip number 2 here is don't borrow someone else's intensity. So this can even happen to me. You're looking on YouTube or Instagram and you're seeing these people do these workouts, and they might even be older and they're super buff and they're able to hit it really hard, and they might be like, keep going, push yourself. But your body at 45 or 55 is not what it is at 25. And especially if you haven't been training your body for years or even decades. So you can't compare yourself to someone else. And recovery matters when it comes to exercise. Sleep matters. Stress matters. So if the plan doesn't account for that in your body and how it is at the starting place, it's not going to work for you. Tip number 3 is to focus on strength, not just the scale. So it's really important to shift our mindset to maybe for someone it's getting stronger, or it's improving mobility, or it's to be clearer on what you want to eat, or it is to stop eating when you're not hungry anymore. And weight loss more becomes a side effect. So it's not the main goal that you're looking at and obsessing about. It becomes a side effect. And you start to notice these healthy changes in your body, that you're stronger, you're mentally feeling better, you're moving better. And that is what matters. And that shift alone really helps to protect your identity and not make it just about our body. Because wherever you are in your health journey, you have to have some acceptance of where your body is right now, even if that's not where you want it to be. And a lot of times with the scale, we're just like fighting reality and shaming our body for what it is right now, instead of just accepting it and working on these healthy habits that will actually make changes. And the fourth step here is track consistency, not perfection. So instead of I blew it today, we could say I hit 3 out of 4 workouts this week, or I got protein in 5 out of 7 days. Like, it wasn't all those days that I wanted to do it, but I'm starting to see this trend. And that's how we build confidence. It's actually the really easy thing to do is like, well, I didn't get all my workouts in, so I'm just giving up. And we don't say it as clear as that, but it's usually some version of that, right? We now have the easy way out because we're not able to do it perfectly. So I don't have to do this anymore. But that doesn't create success. So we have to know that we're not going to be perfect. And we have to figure out how to see the success. A lot of times when I'm doing a health coaching call, one of the first things I ask my clients is what went well, because they can definitely tell me everything that did not go well. But we have to point out to our brains what we actually did well. And it's so interesting because sometimes a lot more things went well than what they thought. And then that actually helps to build confidence and build more success. And we can see those ways that they were successful and figure out ways we can build upon that. And however that success was, how we can use that for more success. So the truth is, you don't need to lose yourself to lose 10 pounds. It is a process. It doesn't require being totally obsessed. It doesn't require restricting heavily. It doesn't require avoiding life or just white knuckling yourself through it all. If it's not sustainable, then it's not smart and it's not going to work. At the beginning, I mentioned that one question to ask yourself to really filter if something is going to work for you or not. So here's the question. Can I imagine myself doing this 1 year from now? So whatever that plan is, however many habits you have planned out, is this something you can imagine yourself doing for a whole year, staying consistent with it and feeling good about it, like it would really fit into your life? If it is not, then it's not the right plan. So many people pick a plan that they think is flashy, that seems like, oh, this is really going to work. Of course, if we could like follow a lot of these extreme things and stick with it, they will work, but that is not life. How are you going to feel doing this? Is it going to be something you can maintain for a whole year? And maybe if there's like 5 habits you could think of, can you do all of those at once? Or do we just add 1 every 2 months and work up to it by the end of the year and feel good about it, right? Because sometimes if we add all of them in a 1 month, we're not going to be successful with it. But yes, we could get there in a year, but we need to sort of pace it out. So really think about this, like 1 year from now, get that long-term vision, just not the short, flashy thing, the latest trend you saw, like a weighted vest or a bouncing trampoline, which you can do those things. But really think about this long-term goal 1 year from now. And this is exactly why I don't hand women extreme plans inside my personal training app or when I'm doing health coaching with them. We really build from where they are. I don't have cookie cutter plans because they don't work. We don't have to overhaul your life in week 1. Most people have success if we do it step by step and we allow the brain to build up those patterns. So if that's you and you feel like you need a little support, make sure you reach out to me. In the description of this podcast, I'll have links where you can find out how to work with me. And I also always offer 10% off for police, military, and teachers. So make sure you guys check the description and reach out if you need support. All right, friends, so keep on moving and take that next healthy step.